All right, guys, it's that time of year. Time to stop decorating like a rookie and start dominating the block. We're talking yard supremacy. We've scoured Amazon to find the biggest, baddest, and most terrifying Halloween inflatables of the year. These are the cheap ones, but they're still the ones that are going to make your neighbors pull over and your kids are going to claim bragging rights. This is the official list of top 10 Amazon Halloween inflatables for 2025. If you want to own this spooky season, you need to get the right gear. Stick around to the end to see the best one. I'm pretty sure that one will be your favorites. Down in the description, there are both links and there's also timestamps if you want to go fast forwarding between them and back, either direction. Anyway, let's get to work with this. Plug setup means we can either plug it in normal, 110 power, that kind of thing, or you can actually plug it in via this adapter right here into 12 volt power. Like if you were going to set it up at tailgating or something like that, you can set it up right there connected to your car. Pretty neat feature. I'm going to use the 110. Let's blow this thing up, see what it looks like. Before I do that, I want to share one pro tip for you, which I always run into. They always seem to come with this zip section open, and more than one time I've sat there thinking, why won't this thing inflate? I don't get it. And it's because it has this giant hole open in the back where I haven't zipped it shut, and it obviously can't inflate. So you got to zip that up first if you want it to inflate. Let's talk about some other key construction things while we have it right here. I will say the seams all look really nicely done. I don't see any crazy cheap glued on stuff here, which is a big plus. Oh, you know, I love skulls. Anytime you got a skull on there, it makes me happy. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so we already have some interesting discoveries. So the listing on Amazon says 5 foot 2 inches tall. The box says 6 feet tall. I don't think either is true. I am 6 foot 2 inches tall. It's certainly not 6 feet tall, right? Is there some point of this which looks like it's only a foot shorter than me? Maybe the top of this might be 5 foot 2 inches tall. I don't know. I'm going to say it is substantially smaller than what you expect. No adult is going underneath this archway. All right, let me amend that for you. No adult that behaves like an adult is going through that archway, but I can do it. So let me bring it to you here so you can see. So let's talk a little bit of detail here because I think it's worth discussing. Again, I'm going to say it still looks like it's all assembled pretty well, pretty nicely. The characters look great. The little skull guy at the front is adorable. The flames look like little flames. The little purple stuff definitely adds to it. You've got a ghost, some jack-o'-lanterns here with a witch hat on top of them, and it is really quite solid. Obviously, it's still very early in the year, so I haven't set this up as a part of my permanent display, but I'm confident with no problem this will be easy to stake down and tie down and it will stay well. I'm not exactly sure what this is an arch for though, because even teenager-sized humans are not going through this archway. So I think it's really you're making some sort of a display of an archway, it's not going to be an archway that people are going to travel through it. And then the last thing that I do want to tell you about, because it's getting a little darker here this evening now, I can see there are a lot of LEDs and they look like they are well placed. Like I could see there's one behind the skull, there's one behind each light, there are a couple in the vertical posts and the cross members. I think at night this thing's going to look really cool. I could tell already just the way it's kind of glowing in this evening light. So if you're looking for a cool decoration to be part of your front yard, this inflatable is definitely going to be a great option. You should consider getting it. Just understand that it is smaller than what you expect. Amazon says it's 5 foot 2 inches tall. The box says it's 6 foot tall. And again, I am 6 foot 2 inches tall for reference. So I hope this has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Okay, I know why you're here. You want to see this 5-foot pumpkin spider inflated. This was given to me to do this review by GARIG. I've done a couple of their other items. All of them have been really outstanding, but I'm looking to crucify one. So what do you say we open this up, see what it looks like? I can confirm it is pumpkin colored. Okay, so a couple interesting things inside the box. You'll see there are the normal tie downs. I'm just doing a temporary install, but it also comes with 1, 2, 3 weights, right? So you could either put water in here or sand, however you want to do it, which will add some extra weight, internal ballast inside of it so it won't blow around as much. I like when that comes pre-installed, but it's not a bad idea that you do it yourself. All right, so let's see what we got in here, see what it looks like. Okay, I'm seeing spider legs. Let's make sure it's anatomically correct. Do we have 8 spider legs? We're good. And that's another leg. Oh, wait, those are eyes. Oh, that's the eyes of the spider right there. So I'm just taking a look before I put it down, and actually you could kind of see, I hope you could see on the camera, there is some pretty intricate stitching that's gone on to make these shapes right. There's nothing that looks like it was just glued together or thrown together at the last minute. I think I've said this in my other videos. I'm not a big fan of the white attachment for the tie downs. It's a pumpkin. Why isn't it orange just to match everything instead of having a big white piece of stuff on it? Not the end of the world. And my pro tip to you today, and you put these things out and for the first time and you want to inflate it, if you're sitting there looking at it, it's not inflating and you're like, what is it? So you're like, it's broken, I got to return it. Check first. There's always a zipper access where you would put those weights in there, and if you needed to check the motor or something like that, and a lot of times they ship it with that zipper open. So the zipper is now closed and it will inflate. So what do you say we plug it in, see what it looks like? Honestly, I'm a little confused looking at it, like what's going to be the top, what's going to be the bottom, that kind of thing. I'm sure it's all going to reveal itself to all of us. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is looking like the bottom. Now it's making sense to me. It's almost like a little bit like a small pumpkin snowman. You got some arms. You got 6 spider legs. I feel like spiders are supposed to have 8, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's octopus. I don't know. Comment below, because I'm supposed to know, but I clearly don't. How many legs is this spider supposed to have? This thing is really adorable. Let me take the camera and show you up close. All right, so this is what it looks like. She's so cute. I love the jack-o'-lanterns. The little spider face is adorable. I think these legs are great. Looks super cool. One thing that you don't see is a lot of LEDs. You can see you got red LEDs in his eyes. No LEDs in the legs, but they're black, so they're not really gonna show. And obviously, he's tipping over a little bit because I didn't put those weights in after I told you about that. This is definitely gonna be part of my display out here this year. This thing is freaking adorable looking. If you want this for yourself, there's a link right here on the screen or down in the description. Neither one costs you anything extra to use. Oh, there's a new hype feature right here. Please hit that hype feature, super important for YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. What do you think of this? Oh yeah, and comment how many legs is the spider supposed to have. Hope this was helpful. We'll see you next time. Okay, I know you know what time of year it is. It is that time. It is Halloween time. How cool is this? Here we have a super cool inflatable spooky cat Halloween front yard decoration. Okay, I am excited. This is the first of the year for me, so let's open it up, unbox it. We'll take a look at it. We'll talk about the quality, and then we'll blow it up, see what it looks like. I'll give you a Doug score from 1 to 5, let you know what I think of it. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so it comes with stakes and lines to hold it down. I'm just gonna do it temporarily. Still very early for this here in southern Florida. And I'm just taking a look at it, talk to you about it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. It's a pretty decent gauge. It's thin, you know, it is Amazon, but it is not like, I don't look at this and say, oh, this is only gonna last 1 season just looking at it. It looks like it's actually pretty nicely put together. The seams are all nice. It has the zippers on it. All seem to function nicely. All right, let's blow it up, see what it looks like. All right, so obviously we have his cute little face, little skeleton on his back with the jack-o'-lantern, cool little bat wings. You can see, even though it's day, you can still see the lights in it. He's got lights on the back. Front paws, cute little claws. I think this thing's really cool. So I think the only answer that I can come up with is I am super happy with this. I picked a good one to start the season. I'm gonna say it's a 5 out of 5 on the Doug score. Can't go wrong with this, get it early. We'll see you next time. So are you looking for a little white ghost and pumpkin to decorate your yard? This is from GARIG and it is a 6-foot one. What do you say we inflate it, take a look at it, talk about things? All right, let's go take a look at it. It's a little windy out here, breezy out, and I haven't tied it all down. Speaking of that, let's talk about what comes in the kit. So this is actually a really pretty big unit. So it comes with a lot of really nice tie downs, and This is really cool. Comes with a whole pile. I mean, a whole pile. What do we got? 1, 2, 7 of these weights. So now you could either put sand in them or put water is probably the easiest. Take it, you unzip it, and you put it in the bottom, and that really secures. It's not going to hold it down in a wind, but it's going to help locate it, help it stand up. And I will say it is a little breezy out here today, and it is still standing up really nicely. I do have one complaint, which I'm going to level right now, and then we'll go look at it, I promise. GARIG, if you're watching this, you need to upgrade your motors a little bit. It takes a little while for that little guy to inflate. I mean, it's nice and full now, and it's perfect, but, you know, I only want to wait 2 seconds, and it did take a little bit of time for it to inflate. In any case, I'm going to take you to go look at it, but if I've added some value to you, please use that hype function down at the bottom of the page. It is so important. YouTube really wants to see you. Tell them you're all hyped about our videos. So let's go take a look at this. All right, so here we are. The sun is starting to set. These guys are really cute looking. It is substantial. I mean, this thing is large. We got these 3 jack-o'-lanterns here. You can see when the sun's starting to go down, there are a lot of LEDs in there, so it's gonna look good at night. Ooh, he's angry looking. Comment below if you agree with me. He almost looks like a Pac-Man, like an angry Pac-Man. And this one's kind of like silly looking. This one's happy with all starry-eyed. And this looks like, I'm gonna say this is like the happy wizard, a happy-go-lucky wizard. That's what they look like. And I have a big review here in terms of quality. Sometimes these companies cheap out and they just hot glue these pieces on. And this is actually nicely stitched into the seam. I think that's really good. I think it speaks a lot to the quality of this. If you watch enough of my videos, you'll see me complaining that these should be color matching, and it just so happens that it's white and that color matches there perfectly. And I just knocked them over by accident, but this is what it looks like from the back. Not that you really care. That's what it looks like when it blows over in the wind, because the person setting it up did not tie everything down and weight it down the way he said he would, or you should. But here's that zipper, just so you know. So you'll unzip that, take those weights and spread it out across the bottom. And what you're seeing here won't happen to you, but doesn't mean you don't need to still tie it down. You're definitely going to need to tie it down. But if you're interested in this, you cannot possibly go wrong. There is a link here on the screen and down in the description. Either one works the same way. They are so excited that you're going to buy it. They fell over, they passed out. So that link's down there in that description. Remember to like, subscribe, comment what you think of this as this. Is this how it should be, or should they be standing upright? Anyway, really cool. Cannot go wrong with this if you're interested in it at all. Hope this was helpful. See you in the next video. Okay, here we go. It is hot as heck out here, but I know it is that time of year. You are here looking for what cool inflatables you want for the holiday season. I know Halloween is coming, it's coming, it's coming, and you're starting to shop for that. And you're watching this video because they always look so great in the photos, and then sometimes you order them and they are crap when you get home. So I've bought this. This is a 5-foot tall sitting inflatable skeleton unicorn. Seems like so much fun. Seems like it'd be great in the front yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this, show you what it looks like, talk about the construction. Then we're going to blow it up so you could have a feel for exactly how large it is. And then again, we will come back tonight so you can see what it looks like at night. And then finally, I will give you a Doug score from 1 to 5. So you have some information before you decide what you're going to do about it. All right, let's open it up, see what's inside, talk about the construction a little bit. So these things tend to vary. I find the thing that varies is like the quality of the seams, how they're put together. Obviously the LEDs at night, how quickly they blow up. This thing's supposed to, according to them, it blows up in seconds. So obviously it's gonna come with strings, some stakes. We're not gonna need those because we're just doing the quick and dirty version in the driveway so you can see what it looks like. Take it out of the bag. Okay, so the plug is nice. Looks like a nice waterproof unit. It's very light, I will tell you that much. So I think there's only one thing to do. Let me move my fancy desk. Let's plug it in, see how quickly it inflates and how big it is. All right, let's do that. So while it's inflating, let's take a look at some of those things that we were talking about. So these seams look like they're all put together really nice. I think the quality of the LEDs, you can see its little eye is lit up, and it kind of has like a 3D look to it. Kind of looks cool. It's not like just some cheesy little LED that they put there. Okay, this thing is adorable. Definitely blew up really quick like we were talking about. Let's take a selfie with it. So yeah, so here you want to see how tall it is. I am 6 foot 2 inches tall. It says it's 5 feet. I'm gonna say that's a little generous, but at the same time, right in the ballpark for 5 feet. Blew up quickly. I love the LEDs. It sits really nicely on its own. I think there's only one thing to do. Let's come back. We'll take a look at it at night while I give you the Doug score. So this is what it looks like at night, just so you have a feel for how it lights up. I gotta say, I was really impressed with it during the day. It blew up quick. The quality looks good. I love the way the LED lights look in its eyes, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna give this thing an absolute 5 out of 5 on that Doug score. This thing is great. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time. Hey there, I know it looks a little hot out here right now, but I know why you're here. It is that time of year. You're looking at inflatables. You're wondering what would look cool in my yard this year for Halloween, and you're trying to pick it out. And I know when you look on the pages, they all look so amazing in the photos and stuff. And then I know you've bought them. Sometimes you get it home and you're like, this is a piece of crap. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to unbox this, talk to you about it, the construction, why somebody would want it, if it's good, if it's bad. Then I'm going to blow it up. Then I'm gonna inflate it. We're gonna see if this thing is really 8 feet tall. I'm 6'2", so we're gonna use me as a marker. And then we're gonna come back tonight again and light it up, see what it looks like at night. And overall, we're gonna give it a Doug score from 1 to 5, so you know if it's worthwhile or a piece of junk. All right, let's open it up, see what it looks like. The key things on this are always like the quality of the wiring, the seams on it, how good the seams are, and at some point the LEDs, are the LEDs good or they just average or you know. Comes with, in the box there are a bunch of stakes and tie downs for tying it down in your yard. Obviously we're just doing a quick test of it, not a big permanent installation, so we're gonna not do that today. I am so excited about this, just so you know. This is my personal pick for the front yard, so I bought this. Here's a little pro tip. Whenever they have these zippers on them, just check them, make sure they're good quality, they're sealed up, they're closed. Many times I've sit here wondering, why is it taking so long for it to fill up? And that zipper's a little ajar, so that's why it's not filling up. So all right, let's plug it in, see what it looks like. Okay, so a couple things while it's blowing up popped up, and the eyes look really cool. I love this color purple hat. It really pops. It's getting a little windy. There's a thunderstorm rolling around here in Florida, so hopefully we're gonna get this done before it pours on us and it blows away. Let's take a look at these seams while it's blowing up. This all looks really good. Looks like it's nicely put together. They all match up. Doesn't look like it was just rushed through or anything like that. All right, he's getting there. He's coming to life. This is really exciting. I really wanted this one. Oh, he is definitely 8 feet tall. That's for sure. Let me see if, let me make sure he's all the way in the camera. He's not. There you go. Now he's all the way in there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn him a little bit because I could see he just looks like a big mouth and you kind of can't tell what he looks like. So this is what he looks like. How cool is this? Again, like I said, I am 6 feet tall. That's a good 2 feet over my head. He blew up well. Everything looks like what he's supposed to look like. The LEDs look cool, but as I said, we're gonna come back tonight. We're gonna blow him up and give you that Doug score. I gotta say, this guy, as far as I'm concerned right now, looking really cool to me. All right, let's come back tonight, and while he's blowing up tonight and we're looking at the lights, I will give you that Doug score. Okay, so here he is. We're taking a look at him tonight. We're seeing how he's lit up. I think the eyes look great. They really pop. You can see his skeleton in the back. That's really cool. And his little pumpkin looks great. Overall, I think this is a fabulous thing. I'm very happy with him. He's gonna be my front yard, so I'm gonna have to give him a full 5 out of 5 on the Doug score. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time. All right, here we go. It's that time of year. Look at this. This is a 12-foot tall spooky ghost. And I know why you're here watching this video, because too many times you've gone looking for the Halloween inflatable for your front yard. You click that button, now you get it home, and whammo, it's just a piece of junk. So here's what we're gonna do so that doesn't happen to you this year. I'm gonna unbox this. We're gonna talk about some of its features, their claims, that kind of stuff. Then we're gonna inflate it. We're gonna see if it's actually 12 feet tall. And then finally, we're gonna come back tonight and we're going to inflate it at night so you can see what it looks like actually lit up in the front yard. And then in the end, we're gonna give you a Doug score from 1 to 5 so you know whether it's decent or a piece of junk. All right, let's open it up, see what it looks like. Okay, 12 feet tall is tall. I was planning on just doing a quick little thing, blowing it up here in the driveway for you. I'm not sure if 12 feet tall will stand on its own. It's a little windy. It's getting ready to do one of those thunderstorms here in Florida. So we'll try to fit this in before that happens, and hopefully he doesn't blow away. There are tie downs and strings for that in there. Obviously we're in the driveway just demonstrating this for you. So this was Nikki's pick for this year. She wanted the 12-foot tall ghost for the front yard, thought that would be cool. So let's plug it in. This looks like a nice solid waterproof connection. That's a good thing. Whoo, he jumped to it. He's inflating right off the bat. Okay, so while he inflates, let's take a look at some of the stuff here. I can already see some of the LEDs in here. Let's take a look at the seams. So many times you get these things and you clearly can see the seams are barely put together and it's kind of junky. These look all nicely organized. You can see the LEDs are attached to the exterior of it, which I like. Sometimes when they're just free floating in there, they get messed up by the second time you turn it on. Here's one of those tie downs, which we're not going to use here in the driveway, we hope. I can't believe he's going to be 12 feet tall. I'm 6 feet tall. That means he's going to be twice my height. Here he goes. You can see there's a little, I'm not sure if this is discoloration or if that's, I think that's just a little excess glue on them there. Oh my God, is this cool? Oh, she's gonna be so happy when she sees this guy. All right, let's see. He seems to be standing. Let me try moving the camera. Over he goes. All right, let's try this again. That was a big ask. That was a big ask. He definitely has some discoloring here in the front. Like you can see one line there and another line there. I guess that's probably a one-off problem, but maybe something they should be aware of. Anyway, there's only one thing left to do. I think we need to come back tonight after the thunderstorm, light him up so you can see what he looks like at night, because that's a big thing, how they actually look like lit up. So when we come back, I will give you that Doug score from 1 to 5. Okay, so here he is in the yard. I think he looks so cool. He definitely inflates nice and quick. He is super white. I have a little bit of a question just for myself personally, how many seasons he's gonna stay this super white and looking amazing in the front yard. The tie downs are easy to work with. That was kind of cool. The frilly stuff under his arms I like. Mostly, most important, the way he's lit up at night here is definitely cool. I think I'm gonna give him actually a 4 out of 5, not a full 5 out of 5. Number one, because he had these discolorations and stains. And number two, I think he's a little lighter build for this size. Like when he's a little smaller, I think a little light build's okay. But I think if he's out here in the front yard, there's any kind of wind and that kind of stuff, I think he's gonna have a little bit of a tough time. So not a perfect score, 5 out of 5, but a 4 out of 5, because I really think he's gonna do well. But yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Do you struggle to figure out which inflatable is junk and which one's good? I'm gonna help you with that. This is a 14-foot GARIG inflatable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up here in the driveway as a temporary setup so you could see exactly how quickly it works, how well it's put together, and how big it is. We have a full SUV there and I am 6'2" tall. So you have a lot of references to see just how big it is. It's getting a little dusky out now, so we'll be able to see the LED lights as well. What do you say we check it out and set it up? First off, you can't see it yet, I can. It is some ridiculously cool neon orangey kind of stuff along with purple. This thing should look ridiculously cool. Ooh, a whole string of LEDs. I like that. Here's my pro tip for you, because I've done this wrong so many times. Set it up, plugged it in, thought I had everything perfect and it's not inflating. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And I gotta dig around all to find. It came with the zipper open, right? I think they must check them out in the factory before they send them out and they just don't close this zipper. If you want to save that headache, close the zipper before you try to inflate it. While I'm looking at things, let's look at some of the seams and stuff, because you can really tell how these things are put together, right? These seams all seem really nice. Here's one of those LEDs. See how nicely those tie downs are in the seam? That's really good. All right, so now let's put it together, see how long it takes to inflate and what it looks like when it's up. Oh, that's going fast right off the bat. All right, let's turn him so he's facing you guys. There are a lot of LEDs, I can see that already. Stretch out some tentacles here. So I was a little curious if they just stretch out in one direction or if it's like a big, huge, like really like an octopus. Oh, and it is big, huge. I am loving this thing. Look how fast it inflated. Let's turn him so you could see head on what he looks like. So I will say I see a couple things that I really like about it, some things that I might not be so enthused about. Let's talk about really like. Number one, it looks ridiculously cool. It inflated so fast. It is that full 14 foot. I mean, you can see it's the whole side of my driveway and there's the SUV, so you know what it looks like compared to an SUV. So the sizing is good. The center part, which is the jack-o'-lantern, which makes up the head of it, I feel like is a little small, but I think that is really good in the sense that this is not going to be truly very wind sensitive. Obviously, you always have to strap these things down, but this one's not going to be hard to do. So there's my one complaint. Let me take you and show you. This is what it looks like from some alternate angles. I think those little yellow dots really do a lot to accentuate the way it looks, and I think it looks great. Each one of these tentacles has 1, 2, 3 LEDs in them, so I think they're gonna look great, because that's doing a little math here. So there's 6 tentacles with 6 each, that is 36, plus whatever's in his little head here. Let's take a look. I think we only have 1 here in his head, so his head might be a little dim. Let me tell you my one personal nitpicky thing. So I am not entirely a fan of where they put the tie downs. So you'll see the tie downs are here on the top of his tentacles. They're on the top of all, so you could do a great job tying them down. I just feel like they would be more discreet if they were on the bottom of the tentacle as opposed to on the top of the tentacle. And then speaking of discreet, the same thing, you could do a great job tying him down. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, but look how they're kind of white and they're kind of very out and in the front. First off, I don't think you need 8 tie downs for this one guy's head. And then secondly, they shouldn't be white. They should be like orange to match or black or something. But obviously I am completely nitpicking. If you want this guy, you cannot possibly go wrong. This thing is super cool. There's actually a link here and down below if you want to use that. Helps out the channel a little bit. Ooh, speaking of helping out things, you're going to see that hype feature sometimes. It's new on YouTube and I really want you to use that. It makes a huge difference to the experience. Like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and if you have any questions about him or you want to see something else reviewed, put it in the comments. Hope this has been helpful. Can't go wrong with that. I will see you in the next video. Fly away! This is what happens when you don't tie it down, even in the tiniest little breeze. Does this look like a cool inflatable to you? Look like a cool inflatable to me. I'm sneaking out here between rainstorms here in southern Florida, and I wanted to show you this so you know what to do, whether you want to get this for yourself or pass on it. I do have to tell you, it was provided to me to do this, but they gave me no instructions. They said, we made a good one. Tell them what you find. So let's open it up, see what it looks like. We'll take a look at the seams. We'll look at any attachments that are on those. Those I find to be the weakest points. And we'll also take a look and see how the LEDs are and how quickly it inflates. Make sure the pump is good. So let's see what we got inside. So it comes with lots of tie downs, which we aren't going to use for this example because it's very early. So I'm just setting it up temporarily here in the driveway. I have left my SUV here so you have a feel for scale of size, right? This is supposed to be 8 feet tall. I am 6'2", so we'll see how it is next to me, and you'll see how it looks next to the truck, and you'll have a feel for scale and its size. All right, so let's take a look what we got first. So these are all nicely put together. I can tell you for sure, some of these you look at them and it's like, how did you possibly make that look so bad? So that all looks really nice. Let's keep looking at them as we look for some attached areas. So we have these little red things here, which are just pieces of fabric attached, and these are actually sewn into a seam, which is really nice. You would be shocked to know how many of these things I look at and it's just got like somebody went with a hot glue gun and attached it. These are all actually sewn in here. That's really nice. Same way, there's a seam here. You could even see how far into the seam the material goes. That's a good thing. Lots of LEDs. So what do you say we plug it in and see what it looks like? How far we got to go so you could see. All right, something like that. While it starts inflating, I want to tell you another positive thing that I saw about it. So you always have to tie these things down really well. Be smart about that. But this one does actually have some... Whoa! Do you see those lights? Check this out. That looks cool. It looks like a little fire in there. Once it starts smoking, that is a really cool upgrade that most of these don't have. So what I was going to tell you is it actually has a little bit of sandbags in there for some weight, so it should more easily stand upright, but that doesn't mean you don't have to tie it down. Let's turn and face the people. Okay, first off, look at how nicely that thing is standing all on its own. Now it's very still wind. If there was any wind, it would blow over. With the little pumpkins down there, it's kind of positioned nicely. That thing looks so cool. You can see the flame lights down here. That's really cool. We got little red eyeballs. I'm just looking to see if there's 1, 2... So both the arms and the pumpkins also have white LEDs in them, so it should look really nice at night. This is adorable, this little eyeball here. Let me bring you and show you what he looks like up close. I love the eyeballs all lit up, cute little face. We got a little slash there with the spiders, some more spiders. We got the flame with the flame light, a couple nice jack-o'-lanterns. And I think this guy's my favorite up here. Like I said, I am 6'2". I think he is a legit 8 feet tall. This thing, if you ask me, is freaking phenomenal. I love that. You should definitely get yourself one. I'm gonna actually personally use this one for our Halloween decorations. That's how much I like this one. So if you wanna get this guy, there's a link over here on the screen or down in the description below. Either one doesn't cost you anything extra to use those. Please use those if you have an opportunity. Ooh, speaking of opportunities, you see that new hype function on YouTube? Please use that. Anyway, I don't think you could possibly go wrong with this. This thing is absolutely awesome. Remember to like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions about my buddy here. I hope this was helpful. Help me out. I'm ready to set him up in the front yard. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Does a 4-foot tall alien and spaceship sound Halloween to you? Maybe I'm a traditionalist, but I kind of feel like it should be a jack-o'-lantern. There's only one way to know though. Let's take this out, set it up, see what it looks like, make sure it's not a piece of crap, and then I'll let you know what I think of it overall. GARIG did provide this to me to do this review for you, but they gave me no instructions. They're just like, seen your content, we like it. We'll send you a couple of these to check them out, and that's what we're doing. So the first couple that I looked at were actually really nicely done. Was very impressed. Is this looking traditional Halloween to you? Looking traditional Halloween to me. Let's open it up. So here's something unusual about this that I don't normally see in inflatables is this clear plastic material, which I'll be honest with you, I'm a little suspect how this is going to inflate and look. It all looks like it's put together really nice. Even like when there are multiple colors, they have really nice seams. This isn't glued together. There aren't like little pieces of junk attached here and there. If you watch my videos enough, you will know I feel like these things should be color matched. I don't think they should be white. That should be black, but seems to be a common theme with all of these things. So I'm not going to complain that much about it. And additionally, you will see this is my pro tip. Won't inflate with that open like that, and they always seem to come with it open. I think the last thing in the factory must be quality control. I don't know why they can't zip something up when they're done, but they don't seem to ever do that. So let's inflate it, see what it looks like. Not 100% sure what's up, what's down, what's front, what's back. I see a cool LED light thing. We'll know soon enough what it looks like. What do you think? Comment below. Am I gonna like this, or I'm gonna be too traditional and say aliens don't belong with your jack-o'-lanterns and stuff? Comment below, let us know. Okay, I can already see that I am actually liking this. I'm loving that purple color. It's freaking cool. And I feel like I'm gonna get done with this and I'm gonna wish that it was bigger than 4 feet. If you had commented that Doug was gonna be fine with it not being traditional, you were completely correct. That is so freaking cool looking. So if you know me, I am a glass half full kind of guy, not half empty. Look at how cool that alien looks, even in the daytime. How cool does that look? Now, my half empty part of this is, this has taken a relatively long time for it to inflate. It has gotten itself inflated, but if I was going to make a recommendation to GARIG, if they're watching this, it needs like a little bit bigger of a motor. But let's go take a look at it up close. All right, so let's start with the base and work our way around. This is what the base looks like. Looks really cool. I like that it is actually elevated off the ground for the most part. Obviously, it's all black in the back, but a little translucent. You can see the alien. This thing that I was all worried about, as you can see, has inflated perfectly and looks great. This little alien guy is absolutely ridiculous in there. So I wish this was like a 10-footer, like a huge centerpiece for the yard. But at 4 feet, it still definitely makes a solid impression if you're looking for something like this. Actually, if you're all on the fence, definitely get this. This is freaking cool. There's a link here or down in the description. Either one works the same way, neither one costs you any extra money. Oh, important. This alien's using mind control and telling you to use that hype feature down there. It is so important for the channel, so important. So please use that. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below. What do you think about this? Are you a traditionalist? Are you cool with the kind of different look to Halloween? I think it's ridiculously cool. Hope this was helpful. See you next time.